Well, here I am with probably the most controversial yet a really good topic to talk about in the cinema industry, and I will be specifically talking about the MCU and the DCEU, and will be discussing as to why Marvel has had a greater success rate as compared to the DC Extended Universe. And without any further ado, let's just jump straight into this short but a really good video of mine. So there can be no doubt in saying that DC has better characters than Marvel as a whole. Marvel has better heroes, but anti-hero and villains of DC overdo Marvel, the likes of Joker, Darkseid and Black Adam, and I am saying this as a die-hard Marvel fan. Now the question arises, why with so much potential DC has lacked the success rate which it deserved? And to be completely honest, Marvel has been one-sided all these years and DC has not even produced a fragment of what Marvel has. So what actually has made Marvel better than DC is that the continuity in the storylines and the similar pattern of movies which Marvel adopted has led to a huge success rate for its movies. But what actually draws the audience its attention is that the actors playing the specific character are the same. Like Iron Man played by Robert Downey Jr. for over a decade, and fans can barely imagine anyone else in the suit other than him, whereas it is completely opposite with the DC Extended Universe. With the whopping success of Christian Bale's Dark Knight Rises, removing him from the picture was done just not right, and then Ben Affleck had filled the shoes and he was kinda enjoying his character and watching him was great, but then again removed him and brought Robert Pattinson into the picture, and now this is the thing that affects the emotions audience has for that character. Now even if Batman dies in the movie, all of us will be like, meh, who cares? This is one of the major problems with the DC Extended Universe. Another problem which DC has and Marvel does not is the continuity. It took Marvel 3 whole phases with a span of 10 years and almost 20 movies to lead to the Avengers Endgame movie. But Justice League was just not served right, with only Ben Affleck's second movie as Batman and no backstory for either Cyborg or Flash or Wonder Woman. We got the Justice League. That too, the Joss Whedon cut, with so many pathetic scenes and bad story development, and which was another nail in the coffin for its failure in the global market and Marvel outdoing the DC Extended Universe. The third problem, which I think is really important to address, is that number one, the director and writer conflict should end in the DCEU, and they should probably give attention to the quality of the movies and deliver more like the Dark Knight trilogy and Man of Steel. And number two, releasing movies or movie concept trailers earlier. For example, take Thanos and Darkseid as an example. Since Marvel introduced Thanos earlier, many people with less or none comic knowledge say that DC has copied Marvel's Thanos, but we all know that Darkseid was introduced way before Thanos in the comics, and similarly many other characters. So DC should kind of introduce movies or movie concepts earlier, because Marvel will take the market share better than DC as always if they do not do the proper time management. And this is where Marvel actually does it better in the Comic Con series, and they released the plan for upcoming 4 years just now. So this is exactly what Marvel is doing amazing. So these were the main points I highlighted about as to why DC lags against Marvel, although with a lot of potential. So with that, another question arises, what's next for the DCEU? Well, with the release of Black Adam, everything will be clear, because with the release of Multiverse of Madness and Thor Love and Thunder, Marvel has been going downhill. The graph has been dropping, and if Black Adam and the Snyderverse is restored with the help of Black Adam, then DC will give a proper show to MCU, but it all depends on how Black Adam is received worldwide. Well, this is it from me, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.